So in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to make a game like Flappy Bird. First thing I'm going to do is take out the default sprite. Just going to cut them out. And we're going to create our own background. We want it to look like a stormy sky. So all we're going to do is take the paint bucket, choose a dark blue, and paint some clouds in. I'm going to choose white. We'll make sure that the size of the paintbrush is super duper big. And we can color some clouds in. They can look whatever you want them to look like. Just big, fluffy clouds or wispy ones. I'll make 3. Okay. So now that we have our background, our backdrop, we're going to try and make it look a little bit more like an ominous stormy sky. So we're going to grab a cloud sprite. We're going to put it in there. Except for we want it to move. So what we're going to do is set up a sequence of events for it to move, a code for it to move. So we'll grab in the events, when the green flag is clicked, you want this cloud to move forever. So we'll grab the forever brick. We'll go to motions to get the go to brick and change the option to random position. We don't want to go to the mouse pointer. Then we're going to set the cloud to the x-axis at 250. Next thing we'll do is we want it to look like it's not going all over the place like that. We want it to move from right to left on the Y. So we're going to grab the control for repeat. And then we're going to go back to the motions. We're going to change X by a negative number because we want it to look like it's going right to left. So you see down here, the more you go left, the more negative it gets. So we'll go -10. So now we have a cloud that's, oh, whoops. I want this to repeat. It doesn't look that crazy. If you don't want it to look that crazy, you need to change how many times it repeats. So we're changing it to 50. So it doesn't look that crazy. Okay, now that we've got it slowed down, we're going to add another cloud. We're going to go to the sprites, go back to city, add the other cloud in. And this time, we're just going to copy over what we just did. Whoops. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. So undelete it, duplicate it, click it in here. It's going to be there when we go there. And this time maybe we'll make it repeat 100 times and see how that goes. So it's popping up at different places. There you go. All right, so we have our stormy sky. And now we want to add our bird. So we're going to go to add sprite, or not our bird, our building. We'll go to add sprite. We're going to add some background to make it look like it's moving even more by adding building to the bottom. We want the building to move too. So we're going to do something that is kind of similar to what we just did. We're going to go to grab the events. When the green flag is clicked, we want the building to forever, just like the last one, the clouds, be moving. We'll have to set its first location on the x-axis. We'll do to 250 again. And then we want it to repeat, just like we did with the other one. We'll have it repeat 100 times. And this time we want it to change on the x-axis by -5. So we want it, change by -5. So we want it to look like it's going from right to left. So there we go. We have our building, but it's just the same building. So all we're going to do, there's a place where you can see that there are multiple costumes. We're going to set it up so that it looks like they're different buildings, so it's a different scene being changed. So we'll go to, all we'll do for this, we'll go to looks, and we'll add a next costume button. And we'll just add that right below the X. And so it will change every time it moves across the screen. There we go. So now we can add our bird. We're going to grab our parrot. Under animals, grab our parrot. And we kind of want them to do the same thing, but it's a little bit different this time because we want him moving up and down. So we're first going to set his position because we want him to start in the same place every time. We want it to go to the same place every time. So we're going to do go to, and depending on where you move them, those values will change. We're just going to do 0 and 15. And then we want him to forever look like he's falling. So if we push play, he's just going to stay there. But we want him to forever look like he's falling. Let's go to forever. We're going to change the Y so that he looks like he's going down, not going sideways. We're going to do -2 because we don't want him going up. We want him going down. There he is. He's falling. So now what we're going to do so that he can move over, we'll set up his keys for him to be able to move over. We'll go to events. We'll get the when key is clicked, he will move. So when he's clicked, he will move certain steps, but we don't want it to be the space. We want it to be the left arrow. If he's going left, we want him to be going negative, right? So we'll duplicate this so we can do it for the right. So this time we're going to go to right arrow and do positive because we want him to go left and right. So let's see, left, right. But we want him to float too. So we have to get him set up so that he can float. We'll go to events. When the green flag is clicked, we want him to forever let the space bar make him look like he's floating. So we need to, if we click the space bar, sensing, when the key is pressed, space bar, then we want him to change his position on the y-axis. We'll do 15 and see that he looks like he's floating. Wonderful. So now we have our Flappy Bird. He's moving, he's floating, but we want him to look like he's flying too. So this time, what we're going to do is go to events. Want to look like he's flying forever. We're going to have him change his costumes just like the buildings, and we'll have him go to the next costume just like we did before, but we want him to wait first. So we'll have him wait a couple seconds. I can grab it. For some reason I can't. We'll have him wait 0.5 seconds. Whoops. So we'll have him wait 0.5 seconds. So now he looks like he's flying. Wonderful. So we have our Flappy Bird flying, and we'll just do one more thing for him. When he's clicked, we want him to go to a certain place. We want him to go to, in looks. Go to front. We want him to say something. So we want him to say something, and we'll say, for a couple seconds so it doesn't go away immediately, let's go. Or just one. And then we'll save our progress. All right, in the next part of the tutorial, we'll see how this looks like a game.